Hello everyone, this is going to be a relatively quick video. I just wanted to showcase and see how the persona list has been altered between Persona 3 Portable and Persona 3 Reload. That includes all the personas that are absent from Reload and were in Portable, all the ones that were replaced with other ones, all the new ones added to the game, and for a bit of fun, all the ones that got all new 3D models for the first time since the post-Persona 5 era. If you've only ever played FES or the OG, know that a few new personas were added to Portable, those being Tamlin, Mokoi, Sitanta, and Neko Shogun. And all four of these guys are alive and well in the new game. Oh, and also Loki's design was changed to the new one first seen in Persona 4. With that out of the way, let's begin. Now, I'll be going in order of Arcana. I'll begin with the Magicians, because there were no changes made to the full personas. No Magician personas were scrapped, thankfully, but they did add one more, that being Futsunushi, who is now the strongest Magician persona in the game, even surpassing Cert. Cert used to be the strongest Magician who you got access to after completing Kenji's social link, but now you get Futsunushi and you get Cert from Junpei's final Hangout event instead. You'll see this apply a number of times due to Hangout events being a new thing, and they wanted them to have a gameplay purpose outside of just new story content. Also, of the Magician personas, Sati finally got some screen time with her all-new model, and I just wanted to highlight just how much I appreciate them making new 3D models for some of these personas that were in Persona 3 but didn't make it into Persona 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5, or even Soul Hackers 2. They could have very easily replaced all of them with other personas that already had models, but they didn't, and I'm thankful for that. Because Sati genuinely has one of my favorite persona designs ever. The last time we saw Sati was all the way back in Persona 4, and I'm not even sure she was in SMTDX2. But hey, that game doesn't count, all the demons were ugly as hell over there. Moving on to the Priestess personas, and like the Fool, there were no changes made here, but we did get a new model for Ganga, the snake, fish, woman thing. Next is the Empress Arcana. You'll notice they made a really dumb decision with these guys in this game. Most of the starting Empress personas are now at a much lower level, so the weakest one, Leonon Seed for example, is now level 21 instead of 33. Yakshini is 32 and not 50. This is such a weird decision because the Empress social link isn't unlocked until it's November in game. And by that point, you're already like level 60. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm not getting an Arcana burst in fusing, I'm not gonna fuse that persona. So no one in their right mind would ever bother using these two in Reload. Not a major change, but some Empress personas are now stronger than others. Mother Harlot, for example, is now at a higher level than Skadi. I'll be skipping these little details from now on though. I'd also like to note that Lakshmi is not present here. She is in the game, but she's just of another Arcana, which we'll get to later. The Emperors are next. The only difference here is that the persona Kingu is nowhere to be seen. He isn't of another Arcana like Lakshmi though, and it's not like he's been replaced with another Emperor persona either. My man got Thanos snapped out of existence. I know he isn't the handsomest motherfucker out there, but that's messed up, Atlas. Other than that, our boy Taki Mikazuchi finally got a new model. I didn't like this guy much at first, cause he's just some red guy with a sword, but now, look at that pose. Look at this, he's fucking floating. He's got sparks all around him. It's just an overall much cooler design. Next is the Daddy social link, and here they replaced Hokoto Seikun, the black guy trapped in crystal, with Mishaguchi, the other phallic-shaped demon in the series. If I had a nickel for every phallic-shaped demon in the series, well, you know the rest. Oh, and Omakane, the brain squid, got a new model. That makes me happy. I like this guy. He's chill. Lovers are next. Only one change here. They replaced one of the starting personas, Alp, with Silky. And can I just say, how dare you do this, Atlas? Give her back to me. I loved her in Devil Summoner, where whenever she shows up, she's like... I don't know what she's saying, but it's nostalgic and it sounds nice, damn it. Comment down below, hashtag justice for all. I want to see her in Persona 6. A number of changes were made to the chariots. They replaced Ares with Mithras. Siegfried was like, friendship ended with Ares. Mithras is my new best friend. Omitsunu, the scary statue guy, is nowhere to be seen in Reload, which I'm very saddened by. Funny story with this guy, the first time I played FES, I was much younger, and I hated reading, so I never found out about Persona fusions until way later. So this guy was literally the first persona I ever fused in my life, and Sati was the second, which explains why I'm so attached to these two. The persona Nata Taishi was replaced with Oni. No strong feelings here. Oni's cool. mostly. Oh, and Shikiuji is here now too for some reason, just hanging out. No changes were made to the Justice personas, but Virtue got a new model, and I kinda wish he didn't. Next are the Basement Dwellers. The starting persona, Floating Head with long hair, was replaced with a boring gold onion thing. I know. Reload is literally unplayable. The persona Taraka was also replaced with Dakini, which I guess makes sense. Fortune's next, and why? Just why? Why would you replace a literal cat girl with Sandman? Why? Fuck off, Sandman. Oh, you like to sit on people's eyelids? How about you sit on some spikes and die, you piece of shit? Lakshmi, who used to be of the Empress Arcana, is here now. And get this, she's dethroned Norn as the strongest Fortune persona. Speaking of Norn, by the way, can we please get new designs for the Moire sisters? Their models make sense when they're right next to each other like in Nocturne, but look at them individually and their threads are floating in mid-fucking air. They had a chance to fix this in Persona 5, but nope. Still hard as rocks. The big muscle men are next. Our big boy Titan was replaced with Matador. Narashima is nowhere to be seen in this game. I guess the game wasn't big enough for two monkeys with swords right after one another. They got White Rider in here now, and Atavaka, who used to be of the Aeon Arcana, is here now and is the strongest strength persona. As for the Hanged Man, big rock guy whose name I'm not even gonna try to pronounce said adios, and they got Mada in here now instead, who is so happy he can't stop dancing. The Death Arcana saw the removal of its starting persona Ghoul, and he was replaced with Pisaka. And this was a good decision, honestly, cause these guys kinda have the same energy to them. Samael, one of the arguably coolest designs in the series, got a new model, and every time I see this guy, I just think of that one clip.
What just happened? This motherfucker healed him for the max!
Moving on to the Devil Arcana, because the Temperance have seen no change. Lilim is now using her newer design that was first seen in, I believe, Devil Summoner Raido 2. Vitala, the elephant that looks like he does CrossFit for a living, is gone. And we've got Baphomet here now, who, let's be honest, should have always been here. He's like the face of this Arcana. And now we've reached the tower, and let me just ask, what the fuck, Atlas? Why couldn't these personas have been a lower level? Why would you lower the levels of the Empress personas, whose social link you only unlock by the endgame, but not the Tower personas, whose social link is almost immediately available? So, unfortunately, there were no changes to the Tower personas, but we do have a new model for Saita Taisei, who now goes by... Yeah, no way in hell I'm pronouncing that. Next are the stars. Nandi is gone, and this makes me incredibly sad. Look at his face. Look at this funny face he's making. How could you not remodel this guy? F's in the comments for Nandi, please. Phoenix is here now, or yeah, I give up. Kartikaya is gone, and this is just Atlas's way of saying, yeah, we're never adding FemC to this game. Moon Arcana is next. They finally fixed Ger's design. In the original, you look at his 2D portrait and see this cool skeleton metal looking bird guy looking all confident. Then you switch to his 3D model and it's just...
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
We got a new model for Beelzebul. Honestly, for this one, I much prefer the newer design in Persona 5. Other than that, there were no changes to the Moon personas. Now, as for the Sun Arcana, all they did was get rid of Suparna and add Thunderbird. They really like Thunderbird for some reason. He's been in every recently released Atlas game. I don't really care much for the design personally. And finally, the Aeon Arcana, because the Judgment have had no major changes. The first Aeon persona, Needhogger, who's got a new model by the way, is at a much lower level from being level 69 to level 47. Again, very dumb decision. I can't think of any reason why they would do that. And like we've already seen, Atavaka is now a strength persona instead. And those were all the changes made to the personas in Persona 3. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments. I hope this was an enjoyable watch. And if you did enjoy watching, please consider subscribing if you're into what I do here. I'm still planning on making a bunch more videos on Persona 3 Reload, so I hope you stick around. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.